Crash Course on Literature, Literary Criticism and Theory. Gain an understanding of literary criticism and theory and how they can be used to analyze literature. Literary criticism and theory are essential tools for analyzing and understanding literature. Through the lens of various theoretical approaches, readers can delve deeper into the meanings and themes of a text, and gain a greater appreciation for the craft of writing. Interesting examples and stories. One famous example of literary criticism is Sigmund Freud's interpretation of William Shakespeare's play Hamlet. Freud believed that the character of Hamlet represented the internal conflict of the human psyche, specifically the struggle between the id, ego, and superego. His psychoanalytic approach to the play has been widely debated and analyzed by literary scholars. Another interesting example is feminist literary theory, which examines how gender and power dynamics are represented in literature. Feminist scholars have looked at everything from classic texts like Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice to modern works like Margaret Atwood's The Handmaid's Tale, analyzing how female characters are portrayed and how women's experiences are reflected in the narrative. Top 12 Popular Literary Criticism and Theory. 1. Formalism. This approach focuses on the structural elements of a text, such as plot, character, and language. It seeks to identify how these elements work together to create meaning. 2. New criticism. Similar to formalism, new criticism also focuses on the text itself, rather than external factors like authorial intent or historical context. It emphasizes close reading and analysis of the text's formal elements. 3. Reader response criticism. This approach emphasizes the reader's role in interpreting and creating meaning from a text. It considers the reader's background, experiences, and emotional response to the text as important factors in understanding its meaning. 4. Post-colonial criticism. This theoretical approach focuses on how colonialism and its legacies are represented in literature. It explores how power dynamics between colonizers and colonized are portrayed, and how these representations shape cultural understanding. 5. Feminist criticism. As mentioned earlier, feminist criticism examines how gender and power dynamics are represented in literature. It seeks to uncover and critique patriarchal biases and assumptions that are embedded in the text. 6. Marxist criticism. This approach analyzes how social and economic power structures are represented in literature. It seeks to understand how the text reflects the class struggle and how characters' actions and motivations are shaped by their socio-economic status. 7. Deconstruction. This approach emphasizes the instability of language and meaning. It argues that language cannot convey an absolute truth, and that texts are inherently contradictory and open to multiple interpretations. 8. Psychoanalytic criticism. This approach analyzes how the human psyche is represented in literature. It considers the motivations and desires of characters and how they relate to larger societal issues. 9. Queer theory. This theoretical approach examines how sexuality and gender identity are represented in literature. It explores how heteronormativity and homophobia shape cultural attitudes and representations of queer identities. 10. Ecocriticism. This approach focuses on how literature represents and engages with the natural world. It seeks to uncover how environmental issues are represented in literature and how literature can inspire environmental action. 11. Cultural studies. This theoretical approach looks at literature within its larger cultural context. It analyzes how literature reflects and contributes to cultural attitudes and beliefs. 12. Comparative literature. This approach involves the study of literature across different languages, cultures, and time periods. It seeks to identify universal themes and motifs in literature and to understand how literary works are influenced by their cultural and historical contexts. Summarizing literary criticism and theory. Literary criticism and theory are essential tools for understanding and analyzing literature. These approaches seek to uncover the deeper meanings and themes of a text, and to understand how literature reflects and shapes cultural attitudes and beliefs. From formalism to cultural studies, there are a variety of approaches that can be used to analyze literature, and each offers unique insights into the craft of writing and the cultural context in which it is produced. By engaging with literary criticism and theory, readers can gain a greater appreciation for the complexities and nuances of literature, and for the ways in which it reflects and shapes the world around us. Poem, literary criticism and theory. In the world of literature, there's much to explore. From the themes and motifs that authors implore, to the way that words on a page can evoke emotions and thoughts that we never spoke. Through literary criticism, we can delve into the meaning and power of stories we tell. And through theory, we can understand how they reflect the world in which we stand. From formalism to queer theory and more, there are many approaches to explore. each with its own unique perspective on the stories we read and the worlds they reflect. Through close reading and careful analysis, we can uncover the hidden messages, the meanings that lie just beneath the page, and the ways in which they shape our age. So let us embrace literary criticism and theory as tools for understanding the stories we see, and let us continue to explore and engage with the rich and complex world of the literary page. *****. Start planning your next global adventure with ease and convenience with our Booking.com referral link. https://www.booking.com/index.html?8 =7989335 as a great choice to plan your next trip. You can find and book flights, hotels, cars, and local attractions all in one place, and their price match guarantee ensures you're getting the best deal. Thank you for kind support our Anhub Metaverse channel, and please watch more interesting videos here.